just a quick disclaimer. When you see me start a video with no intro, it's literally because I'm figuring out I've done it on the spot kind of thing. Especially videos like this. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and it challenges me, and I just feel like it's a bit more authentic like that. I kind of like it, to be honest. It's lazy as well, because you don't really have to edit. But it's the way that you guys can get your consistency, and I feel like I've achieved something. So, win, 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 win. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your auntie. Let's get into the video. We will talk about story time. You know what? Let me do a little advice video. I'll give an advice video about how I got engaged, or how I got the ring. How I got the ring. Yeah, because I feel like I've done so much story times on bad situations with men and people, and I think it's nice for me to finally be in a place where I can share some positivity, because there's going to be a lot of shit after this. I've got some story times, but I told you I'm going to be singing like a bee. But it wasn't easy getting to this point. It took a lot of heartache, and I feel like I can provide you with some shortcuts on how to get the ring. So I got engaged in, let's say, under 2 months. From meeting my man to becoming official to him proposing. It was very fast. Usually I'd be like, oh my god. But it just felt right. Like the way we met, I can't delve too much because that's how we met video, but the way we met, the way everything just flowed, and he taught me so much, because I've definitely stated in my previous videos, some videos before, that I felt like a lot of in my dating life where I've really gone wrong is because a lot of the time I wasn't, for one, I didn't really have that much self-esteem, and I would be kind of accepting men for I would want a man to validate me. So like for me to feel nice, for me to feel sexy, I would need a man to be like, yeah, you're the, for me to be like, oh my god. And it would be so easy for me to be in that stupid headspace of thinking that something can go somewhere where it clearly wasn't even the train didn't even board. You know, I'd be on the train moving to, in my fantasy land, just because a man is feeding you so much shit, but nothing is moving and nothing will ever move. And a lot of men like manipulating you and utilizing kind of your weaknesses. They know exactly what they want from you. They know how to get it from you. And when you don't feel much of yourself, you don't have the highest confidence, low self-esteem, and you've just constantly gone from bad situation to bad situation when it comes to relationships, it's very easy to be preyed upon. And I got to a point where it was that last story I told you about in the story time before, in that 2021 video, where I really was like, you know what, I have fucking had enough. There's two times I've done it in my life. The first time I didn't do it properly. And when I say this, it's mainly, I would say manifesting, but I would say mostly prayed. And it was praying for what I want in a man and what I need from a man and how I need to feel. The first time was after my ex. I felt real shitty, like super shitty. And after I got myself out of that place, I was like, you know what? The next man, he needs to be 10 times better than what I ever was with. And I did it in a sense of men of a higher class. So that was validating me knowing that I was worthy because I can get a man of such, and I'm deserving of a man of such. I never ever, that's one thing I'm happy about myself, I've never wanted anything from a man. So if a man was more wealthier than I, he had more than I did, a better car, he had a better house, I never really cared. It motivated me to want more for myself. I've never wanted that from a man. I've just always just wanted a nice relationship, love, attention, to grow with somebody, best friend, Like, you know, the minimal stuff. Someone that's obsessed with me. Someone that can't get enough of me. And and I had elements of that, but I never got what I wanted because I never put it out in the correct way. So I would still be very, it's like I would, how do I say it? So the first time that I manifested and said what I wanted, I started to get men of serious caliber. Like, oh Lord, that's when I was meeting that politician. I was meeting people that work for the government. Well, politician government, but British government. I mean, like, government, like, close to number 10. Like, I was, and the men I'd meet were like, you know, yes, actually, I'm quite proud of myself. Met this man, he had a PhD, he was in Oxford for 8 years, and we were together, we were seeing each other for like a good couple of months. Like about 6 months. I dumped him with WhatsApp because he was actually spreading it wide and opening it all over Grindr and lying to me that he wasn't, but I found out. That's another story time, but I don't think I would ever tell that story time because it's worthless. And so, but such, moving on. So now the second time that I did it, it was after the story, my last story time, that situation. And then what I witnessed my mum going through when she was diagnosed, and the lack of support, the lack of love, the lack of, she didn't have nothing from her husband. Nothing. Not one thing. And I was just like to myself, how can someone be going through the most difficult chapter, battle in their entire life? Like, I could not even imagine what she was feeling. I could only say what I was feeling. I could get a glimpse. Because my mum was very strong. She always had a poker face. So I would never know. If something hurt, she would say, oh, it hurts. But I never knew what she really went through until after she passed and I was going through the medical documents. And I was just like, wow, she had this, she had that, she was going through this. Jeez, I was like, wow, my mum was in pain. And what would have alleviated that pain and made it, her healing process so much better, would have been the support from her spouse. And I just remember I got so tired and I got so fed up and I was crying. And I was like, I never want that. I said, God, please, please, at least let me go through this life and know what it's like to love and lose, rather than never experience what true love is at all. Because what I was witnessing my mum experience was not true love. Through my dad to him, absolutely not. We were the loves of her life, which I mentioned before. So she had it in a different way. She was already fulfilled, but it's just like, can you imagine being with someone and them not being there in a time like that? Like, for nothing. Like, and just coming and giving you more grief while you're already literally battling with the possibility of you losing your life. Like, it's insane. And I was just like, I could not. God, I was like, please, God, if I ever have to deal with anything like that, please bring me someone that will support me. And it's sad, but it took me going through that trauma to really, really appreciate the type of love that I needed and that I wanted for myself. Because before, it would just be silly, like, unrealistic versions of what I thought love was and what I perceived love to be. But that is love. You know, like, you're not going to be beautiful. You're not going to look like this forever. Anything could happen to you. No one knows tomorrow, you know. And I think people, I said that I don't feel like people fear getting old. They don't. They seem to think they can do what they're doing whenever they want to do it, and there's ever going to be no repercussions for it. You get old, and whatever you do now, the decisions that you make now really do impact your future. There's certain decisions that I made in my 20s, early before, that I know that if I would have made better decisions, my now would have been different. Certain things would have been different. You can't prevent the inevitable, but there's certain things in my personal life or achievements, let's say, that I could have done, or there's certain things personally, not really in relationships, but meaning like there's certain people that I wish that I just never even, you know, but it is what it is. You have to deal with it now. It's just certain things I know would have been different now for me, and I think people don't think about that. So if you find, if you find someone that you really know could be a lifelong partner and not just a for now situation, you really need to grab that person with both hands. And now this gets to where the real advice begins. It's not, I put it out into the universe what I genuinely wanted and needed. And I felt like I identified it, and then that's why I got my man. Because he is exactly everything that I prayed for. Like, from top to bottom, inside out. Like, I could not. It is so bizarre. But he's everything. And how we met, it just was perfect. I've never had that situation happen. I've never met a man that makes me feel the way he makes me feel. And he loves me. God forbid if anything happened to me tomorrow, anything traumatic, I know that he would be there. You know what I mean? Like, I've not had that ever before. And one thing that he taught me is you need to learn how to identify an intentional man. Someone who is intent on marrying you and seeing you and only you for the rest of their life. And they don't need to have no 6 months, no year, no months, no nothing to see that. A man that can truly who knows what he really, really wants will know that you are the one for him from the first day he lays eyes on you. That's true. It's true. And it's so weird because like I'm a whole man, but I've not done it in that sense because I get to know. It's like I always used to move on someone else's pace. But time is of the essence. You're moved on someone else's pace and you're literally wasting time not knowing if it's going to. I shouldn't be in a situation with someone where I'm giving you my time and I'm wondering. I should not have to worry, wonder, think anything. No consistency. No, not about you being inconsistent about how much, if you really like me or if you really have feelings for me, if this is really going to go somewhere. Are you thinking about me today? I don't have that worry at all. If I have an ounce of thinking, I wonder what he's doing, he phoned. It's so bizarre. It's like all the time. Like I could mention his name, I'll get a call on my phone, he'll be phoning. I'm like, oh gosh. It's just like, it's so, not saying it's easy. That's the thing as well, like in relationships, you have to have someone that's prepared to fight for what you have. Because they always see that ending goal. And they only see that ending goal with you. Not to say it's or without you I'll kill myself and die and all this rubbish, but no, but you complete me. Like, you are all I've ever wanted, you're everything I've ever needed, and you're just you. It's you. Like, he didn't took nothing from the first week. He already said that he knows he's going to marry me. And I was like, boy, all this talk. Especially when you're so used to people chatting, you're like, yeah, marry who, whatever. And it didn't it happened not so long after. And then evidently, I would have got married to him much sooner, but everything that was going on with my mum, and I'm still trying to find my feet in structure, in this parenting and all of this. But I will get married this year, sorry, not want to. We will get married this year. It's just, I'm still trying to get my head around and think of, and he's really respected that time. So, I love it. And I think that is just the biggest lesson is don't allow anyone to bullshit you or waste your time with all this friff and fraff and nonsense about time and rubbish, because a man truly knows what he wants when he sees it and when he's in it. And if he's indecisive about it, then that's not someone that you need to be with, because if you're giving your time, your most precious, life is precious, right? This, my time, is very precious. Right? Excuse me. You cannot be in my presence, me giving you my time, my attention, all of me, and for you to have the audacity to be indecisive. Get out. That's not someone for you. I wish that I would have known that all of those years ago. I would have never wasted my time. Because I always think, yeah, you know, because you always listen to people. No, it's not so. If you want something, you go and get it. If you want me, you make it happen. If it's only me and only me that you see in your future and you want it, then why aren't you proposed yet? I don't want to hear this, oh, I don't really believe in marriage. I love you, but I don't believe in the paper, a ring. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Let me tell you something. You're deserving of marriage. You're deserving of a fiance. You're deserving of a husband or a wife. You're deserving of that white picket fence dream that you can create for your own self. Do you know what I mean? You're deserving of that. Don't let anyone ever make you feel that you're less than deserving and that you feel so diminished and so beat up with the thought of love and meeting someone that it might not happen to you. So the fact of marrying someone, because I felt like that. Oh my God, I got to a point where I was like, ugh, I don't think I could ever marry. I don't want to marry. I just want to be single. If I have a partner, I want to just have a nice a long committed relationship, but I don't want us to live together. I started having all these toxic things. It's just crazy. You don't think like that. How can I want to grow old with someone but live separately? It's still, you know, gosh. No. And that is what my bad experience led me to make me feel like, you know. And it's hard because if you don't see progressive, long, nurturing relationships around you, it's really hard to kind of aspire for that and want it and believe that could potentially be you, because it only takes a few little heartbreaks, a few little disappointments to completely put you off that idea and throw you off. Do you know what I mean? Because then you start thinking of the negative things in something that is pure and beautiful. Marriage is beautiful. It's not just about a paper. It's the vow. I've always said it. It's the highest level of, it's like you graduate. Yes, excuse me. You graduate. That's my graduation, my wedding. That's the highest form of proof of love that you could ever give to someone is marriage. To make a vow, to death do me part for the rest of your life and the beyond. To make a vow. That you want to be with me and only me for the rest of your entire life until you're dead and gone. How? If you think that's about a piece of paper, then I don't know what else I can tell you. Because that to me is beautiful. It's like a symphony to my heart. Oh, I can hear the violins. Just hearing a man believe that it's me and only me that he wants, or you are the only woman that he wants or she wants for the rest of their life. Get out! Get out! If you don't think that is nice, loving, beautiful, it's sexy as well. That already is making me wet. Just remembering him saying that to me. And he says it to me all the time actually. So. But that's how, because I just found, I put out what I really truly wanted. And I managed to God granted me, I got gifted with an intentional man who wanted me and just me. And he's so crazy about me. He's literally obsessed with me. Like anything I do, like, you're so beautiful. You're so, I'm like, oh, get off. Stop. When he gets so mad because I can't take compliments. I've never really been able to take compliments. And I can't stand it. But he's a beautiful man. And what I love about him is because he loves my family. So he really loves Javon and Olivia like his own kids, like Christmas, birthdays. He cooks for breakfast for them. He plays with Javon. His sister speaks to Olivia. It's just really nice. Like, no man that I've encountered would ever be like that. There's no one that ever even extended grace to my family anyway. So it's like, you want that, you know? You want someone that wants to meet your dad. Someone that wants to meet your mum. I'm like, well, I always found it weird when he wanted to. I'm like, why? No, I want to. I'm like, When my dad had a conversation with him, he had a Guinness with my dad. I was like, Jesus is Lord. When he's speaking to my mum really loved him. So, yeah, I've got an intentional man. And just you guys, in short, just filter out the bullshit. Don't allow anyone to bullshit you or your time, because you're precious and you're important beyond incredible measure. And a lot of these people they've got the talk but not the walk. If you want me, show me. Tell me. Show me that you want me in your future. Prove it. We've been together how long? Where's the ringy? You shouldn't need to pester someone for that. It shouldn't be, there should be no right time. There's no right time for anything. My mum just got cancelled like that. There was no right time for anything. Imagine. There's no right time. Everything's the right time. And you being engaged to someone, I don't know what right time that requires, to be frankly honest with you. Everybody, you need to be financially this. I need to do this. I need to do this. That's why you see so much people that are old, single, and miserable. Because they always put things in front of things that are important. Love is not something you can just go and get when you're ready. People always say, "I'll come to you." No, it could be right in front of you in the most tremendous, look at the time that it come to me. Why don't we talk about that? Look at the time. Can you imagine if I was like, you know what? I'm going through this, I'm going through that. This is not the time. Then where would I be? Lonely, back in these useless streets with these stupid moments, same old story. No. You take it, you make it fucking work. A lot of things that are granted to you, especially when love is concerned, will come in times when you don't expect it. And it's not always when you're in the best place in your life. That person could come at a point where you probably think you're in the worst part of your life to enlift you, to work with you, to encourage you, to show that you're not alone, to grow with you through that. People don't think, they're like, oh no, I don't. Or they have the stupid because they're still in a place where they want to see this one, see that one, see that one. Keep doing your seeing. Always thinking that you have a choice. When you want to be in love, then it will happen to you. It don't happen. It don't happen so. When people always put their career, their money, their everything in front of stuff, and then when they want kids, they can't conceive. Oh, I really want a child. I'm ready now. Now we are ready. Now. And then sometimes the person, when you can't have a child, is because sometimes that person is not maybe who you're meant to have a child with. Or you just have to find out other ways. I found that as well. Because I remember my auntie and my uncle, they were together for years. Like years when I was younger. And they really wanted a child. They could never have a child. As soon as he left her, he ended up having multiple. And I don't know, did Auntie end up having children? I can't remember. But I remember he ended up getting married and ended up having children after her. And I was like, wow, all those years he was with auntie, he never had kids. And now he's with a year of someone else. Sometimes you just don't, the person might not be who you're meant to be with. That's why I say, like, gosh, they weren't married and they were together for years. I can't do that. I'm not ever allowing that. Because I always try to work in people's time. No, it's not so. I shouldn't need to be hassling you about making anything official about us going forward. I shouldn't need answers, questions. Like, what are we doing? I shouldn't need you to tell me or try and figure out what plans are. Let's just get... No. I remember I had this stupid... The first ex I ever had that when two of my friends got engaged on the same night, and I was just like, wow. And he was like, well, I hope you're not getting any ideas. I don't even know we're going to last a year yet. And I'm like, you're someone that's in my house, practically living in my house. And that's what you bring out your mouth to say. And I was still with that person. Imagine what we allow ourselves to accept. Gosh. God. I think about that. It makes me feel like I got COVID. But... yeah, I think I went on a bit long in this video. So let me know what you guys think. And I wish you guys the best. And I hope that this is the year that amazing things happen. I want to hear relationships that you just got into. Progression in your relationships and all that. And if you're just happy and content with yourself, that's a beautiful place to be as well. You know, but be open. Be happy, content and open. But... be open enough not to accept anyone and any type of bullshit. Don't accept all these nonsense excuses that come with these stupid people just to get what they want. Oh, no. Take everything lightheartedly. I told you, don't put nothing past anyone when they want to talk. Because they couldn't... some people just might as well bend over and talk from their anus. Because all that comes out of it is shit. Yes. Not mine. Mine is apple pies.